At Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gaston or Oxford.
What can you buy for $10? A hat? A milkshake? 166 channels plus live sports? That's right, for only $10 you can get 166 channels of classic TV shows and movies, including the latest news update from all around the world and local sports. Just simply go to 24ctn.com and click download, and then for only $10 you can have access to the best TV available.
Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to the TV 24 News. I'm Lacie Clonts.
And I'm John Garlick, and here's the news for Wednesday, August 14th, 2024. From our friends at the Anniston Star, prominent defense attorney and former state senator Doug G. is being sued by a Calhoun County woman who allegedly said he sexually assaulted her and committed other acts, according to her court documents. An 11-page document filed Tuesday in the circuit court. Several different claims are outlined. The plaintiff alleges G committed sexual assault, battery, extortion, intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligence, false imprisonment, and wantonness, and names several others in the lawsuit as co-defendants, those others being the G. Draper and Alexander law firm, Wendy G. Draper, Jennifer G. Downey, Laura G. Alexander, David C. Alexander Jr., and Lindsay G. McCarroll. The plaintiff alleges that on or about July 12th, G went to the Calhoun County Jail to conduct an attorney visit. The document states G allegedly attempted to sway the plaintiff to hire G for $2,500 and to agree to become his sex slave after she is released from custody in exchange for a better offer on her current criminal charges. G allegedly made claims to the plaintiff that he was friends with the judge and district attorney. The document goes on to claim that G put $30 into her jail commissary account during the first visit on July 12th. During a second visit on July 17th, the document states that after speaking with G, the plaintiff got up to leave with her hands cuffed and shackled, and G grabbed her and sexually assaulted her. The plaintiff was cornered and in a small attorney room, and G placed his hand around her throat while he groped her. The court document stated that a corrections officer interrupted the exceedingly egregious physical and mental abuse and removed the inmate from the room while also locking G in the room alone. Inmates in Alabama jails cannot legally consent to sexual conduct or contact while incarcerated. If G had been acting as a corrections officer and not as a lawyer, he would have been charged with custodial sexual misconduct, a felony, and upon conviction would be required to spend some time in prison and become a registered sex offender for the rest of his life. The plaintiff is being represented by attorney Anthony B. Coleman of Hoover. The document goes on to state that the plaintiff demands a full trial with a struck jury. G launched his law career in 1975 and served in the Alabama legislature from 1990 through 1998. After the alleged incidents, the 7th Judicial Court presiding Judge Shannon Page issued an administrative order barring G from being assigned to any indigent cases. The order does not apply to cases in which G is acting as retained counsel. The 7th Judicial Court covers Cleburne and Calhoun counties. Additionally, the order gives judges permission to remove themselves from any of G's current cases. 4 judges thus far have recused themselves from all of G's cases, those judges being Judge Page, Judge Jennifer Weems, Judge Tom Wright, and Judge Tim Burgess. Calhoun County Sheriff Matthew Wade announced in July that an investigation is ongoing. Asked to comment on the civil suit by AL.com, Sheriff Wade said he could not if the lawsuit was linked to his investigation. Wade, however, said he would welcome the lawsuit so the facts could be brought to light while the criminal investigation is ongoing. Wade said several complaints have been made to the Alabama Bar Association.
An undercover operation targeting adults seeking sex with minor children led to the arrest of 8 men. Per AL.com, the operation was carried out by the West Alabama Human Trafficking Task Force. The task force worked with the Tuscaloosa Police Department, University of Alabama Police Department, Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office, Northport Police Department, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, Brookwood Police Department, and Trafficking Hope to conduct the investigation over the course of 2 weeks. The investigation continues with more arrests expected. As of Monday, those charged are 19-year-old Lavorian Mobley of Tuscaloosa, who was charged with traveling to meet a minor for an unlawful sex act, transmitting obscene material to a child by computer, and electronic solicitation of a child. 48-year-old Greg Lee Thomas of Tuscaloosa was charged with traveling to meet a minor for an unlawful sex act and electronic solicitation of a child. Jalen Lewis, 30 years old, of Tuscaloosa, was charged with traveling to meet a minor for an unlawful sex act and electronic solicitation of a child. Kenneth Dylan Williams, 38 years old, was charged with traveling to meet a minor for an unlawful sex act, electronic solicitation of a child, and tax stamp required. Isaac Essex, 29 years old, of Marion, was charged with, again, traveling to meet a minor for unlawful sex act and electronic solicitation of a child. Christopher Austin McCracken, 28 years old, of Northport, was charged for that as well, traveling to meet a minor for an unlawful sex act, electronic solicitation of a child, and transmitting obscene material to a child by computer. Fletcher Williams, 69 years old, of Tuscaloosa, was again charged with traveling to meet a minor for an unlawful sex act and electronic solicitation of a child. And Efrain Rojo, 25 years old, of Tuscaloosa, was also charged for that. And there will be more on this as updates come in.
From our friends at WBRC, Alabama's Department of Corrections Commissioner confirmed Tuesday the state's new prison in Elmore County will cost double its original projected price when it opens in the summer of 2026. ADOC Commissioner John Hamm told legislators at a budget hearing that the 4,000-bed facility is on target to have construction completed in May of 2026, with the construction cost holding at about $1.08 billion. The final cost will be closer to $1.2 billion when you include furnishings the state has to provide to make it move-in ready. The original cost given to the legislature when it approved the construction plan in 2021 was $623 million. Lawmakers asked Hamm if the new facility would save the state some money through energy efficiencies, but Hamm was unwilling to make that promise, pointing out that while the state will shutter 3 existing facilities when this new one opens, the Elmore County site will include 52 buildings spread across a 300-acre site. ADOC also announced the cost to taxpayers per inmate per day has jumped almost 21% in 4 years. The per inmate per day cost in fiscal year 2020 was $72.28. It is projected to be $87.23 in fiscal year 2024. That places Alabama as the fourth lowest among southeastern states. We are more expensive on a per-day basis than Mississippi, Louisiana, and Georgia, and cheaper than Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Florida. Alabama's correctional system houses, on average, about 20,995 inmates this year. The DOC is under a federal court order to hire 2,000 more corrections officers by this past July of 2025. This July coming in 2025. A target Hamm admitted will be hard to reach. DOC's Correctional Academy will graduate just over 50 new officers from a class set to join DOC ranks in mid-September. Also in jail news from AL.com, an investigation is underway after a female inmate died at the Shelby County Jail. Carly Smith, 38, of Birmingham, was arrested August 8th on the felony charge of obstruction of justice using a false ID. Court records stated she provided a fake name and social security number to avoid being taken into custody on multiple outstanding warrants. Smith was assessed by on-site medical staff when she was booked into the jail. During a scheduled safety check by jail deputies just before 2 a.m., Smith was found to be in apparent medical distress, according to the Sheriff's Office press release. The jail medical staff and deputies began emergency life-saving efforts until Southeast Shelby rescue medics arrived to assist with medical aid. Smith was pronounced dead at the jail at 2:26 a.m. Sheriff John Samiego has requested that St. Clair County Sheriff's Office to conduct an outside review of this incident. Additionally, the Alabama Department of Forensic Science will be conducting an autopsy to determine the exact cause of death.
2 Alabama pedestrians have died after being struck by cars. Per AL.com, one of the pedestrians died after he was struck by a car while walking on a highway early Monday morning in West Alabama. 59-year-old Eddie J. Winters of Pritchard was pronounced dead at the scene of the crash around 4:20 a.m. Monday, said Alabama Law Enforcement Agency Corporal Regina King. Winters was walking on Highway 11 in Greene County, about 2 miles north of Utah, when he was struck by a 2016 Toyota Avalon, said King. Further information was unavailable as state troopers continued to investigate the wreck. The other pedestrian died 4 days after he was injured in a multi-vehicle wreck in Montgomery, police said on Monday. Montgomery police are investigating the August 1st wreck that led to 40-year-old Montgomery resident De Lorenzo Ringstaff's death on August 5th, said Major Saba Coleman. Police and fire medics responded to Upchurch Circle and Stewart Street around 3:06 p.m. August 1st on a report of a 2-vehicle collision involving a pedestrian, said Coleman. At the scene, authorities found a 1998 Ford Explorer, a 2018 Jeep Cherokee, and Ringstaff. The driver of the Explorer suffered non-life-threatening injuries while the Cherokee was unoccupied. Ringstaff was taken to a local hospital for treatment, and he died of the injuries August 5th. The investigation into the crash remained ongoing as of Monday, and further information was unavailable.
Today, on our Community Spotlight, we have Marquita Mansfield of Platform Counseling for a Mental Health Minute.
Hi there, Marquita Mansfield here, and welcome to Let's Talk About It, the quick mental health minute version. So today we'll be talking quickly about depression. We all go through depression from time to time. It can be situational, but what makes it not okay and not healthy is when these symptoms, they persist for more than 2 weeks, and at that point you want to make sure you go and get that, assessed, seeing a therapist or talking to someone, and just going from there. So what are the signs and symptoms of depression? Just having that persistent sadness and anxiousness when you typically aren't that way. Also, just feeling hopeless and not feeling a sense of optimism. You're always looking on what the worst can happen as opposed to what could go right. Also, difficulty concentrating and remembering things and staying off task rather, when typically you're on task. Another one is changes in appetite, and also weight gain, weight loss, also just feeling irritated, frustrated, and just having a sense of restlessness. So, how is depression treated? And typically, you may see a counselor or therapist like myself, and also medication might be combined. It just depends on the situation. It can be one or the other. But the main thing is, if you feel these symptoms of depression, get checked out. Don't just sit in that, because it will only make you feel worse. Until next time, see ya.
Thanks, Marquita. Now, let's check in with TV24's very own meteorologist, Allie Bobo, for a sneak peek at weather.
Rain or shine, what will Friday bring for the Jamboree Games? What else is brewing in the coast, and will Ernesto make any impact to the United States? Coming up next after the break.
Coming up, don't go away. We'll be right back on the TV24 News, presented by Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden.
You may not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 2324 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 24 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. and the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox. 24 models. You got it. 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team One Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
What can you buy for $10? A hat? A milkshake? 166 channels plus live sports? That's right, for only $10 you can get 166 channels of classic TV shows and movies, including the latest news update from all around the world and local sports. Just simply go to 24ctn.com and click download, and then for only $10 you can have access to the best TV available.
At Family Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
I'm Alan Parnell with Parnell Insurance Agency. We've been here in Oxford and Alabama, Tallapoosa, Georgia since 1990. With Auto Owners Insurance, we're able to give customers competitive pricing along with excellent coverages. Parnell Insurance can handle all of your personal, commercial, and life insurance needs. We have a very experienced staff, both personal and commercial. All together, we've got about 125 years experience. Come see what our insurance agency can do for you in Oxford, Alabama, and Tallapoosa, Georgia.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Welcome back to the TV 24 News. Pass It On Sports is a new local business that is now open to the public. Per the City of Oxford, Pass It On Sports offers both used and new quality sporting goods at an affordable price. This business provides a convenient one-stop shopping experience for baseball, softball, tennis, golf, pickleball, exercise and gym equipment, football, basketball, and much more. You can learn more about Pass It On Sports on their website at passitonsportsoxford.com. Pass It On Sports is located in the Snow Street Village Shopping Center. Business hours are Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and closed on Sunday. Pass It On Sports inspects your lightly used sports equipment and offers a market cash offer, store credit or trade, or a consignment opportunity. They will even trade your used items for new items. So visit them and see how they can help you gear up for less.
As of Friday, August 9th, Lee Brass has closed its doors. About 150 employees remained at the company that has a long history in Anniston. Employees were giving little to no notice of the immediate closure. Apparently, the current owners, Fidelis, a Canadian company, had defaulted on a loan of about $4 million. Started in 1917 as Lee Brothers Brass Foundry on the west side of Anniston, the Lee Brothers moved the foundry, smelter, and machine shop to its current location in Golden Springs in the late 1950s. In the early 1970s, the brothers sold Lee Brass to Phelps Dodge Industries, one of the world's largest copper-producing companies. At the height of its operations, Lee Brass employed close to 1,000 employees. That number dropped to around 800 after Phelps Dodge sold it to a private family of investors. By 1996, Lee Brass had downsized its operations, selling off its wrought copper business and reducing its line of brass plumbing fittings. And the level of employment dropped to about 430 employees. Lee Brass reorganized after a Chapter 11 bankruptcy and was purchased by Amcast in 1998. Since that time, the business has continued to struggle, being sold a couple of times and finally to the latest owners who now have decided to close permanently. Lee Brass has the largest melt capacity of any brass foundry in the USA, and when its smelter was operating, could turn scrap metal into various alloys of copper and brass ingot to be used in the foundry operation. Lee Brass battled challenges from the state and federal governments of environmental protection and were forced to close a very unique sand plant operation that was able to extract brass from foundry sand and secure any lead from that sand from leaching into the ground. Lee Brass was a longtime community partner and friend to the Cowton Chamber of Commerce and the Anniston Museum of Natural History, as well as a generational employer here in Cowton County. The ability to make brass and copper alloys domestically has been forever downgraded by this closure. At a time when we need such for our use in the electric grid and in other military operations, this brass foundry should be a matter of national security.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
coming up, well, Lacie, did you know I came to this town in 1985 because of Lee Brass?
No.
I worked at Lee Brass
What do you mean?
for 14 or 15 years. I started in their accounting department, was their chief financial
okay.
officer,
I
and
knew-
finally helped them come in and out of bankruptcy. And
You saved the day.
well, we saved it enough to give it to AMCAST, and AMCAST, well, we don't have time to go into all of that.
I knew you were into accounting. I just didn't know it was there.
I was big time into accounting in my first career. Yeah,
In your first life.
In my first life, worked for Phelps Dodge Cable Wire Company, Phelps Dodge Industries, and then Phelps Lee Brass. So
Jack of all trades right
Jack
here,
of all
ladies and gentlemen.
trades. Okay, well, coming up, your area weather right here on the TV24 News, presented by Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden.
May not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 2324 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 24 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox. 24 models, you got it. 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team 1 Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Hey everybody, I'm Larry May. I've been in the entertainment business for over 25 years. I've written for the local paper. I've interviewed a lot of touring artists and local artists here. And what I figured out is how much talent we have here in Alabama. That's why we put a new show together for you called Entertainment Alabama. Come watch us for the hottest new acts and some of your favorites that are national touring artists.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
Looking for unbeatable deals? Look no further than Shop 24, your go-to spot for incredible discounts and savings. From local dining and entertainment to grocery stores and everything you need, we've got deals you won't find anywhere else. But hurry, these hot deals are limited and going fast. Grab your phone and call now. Don't let these savings slip away. Join me, Kip Chappell, with Shop 24 every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Tune in to save big with Shop 24.
Good evening, everyone, and boy, hasn't it been a pleasant day here in Alabama. Temperatures only got up to 89 degrees today. As you can see, West Alabama had rain, but East side didn't. Isn't that lovely? Well, let's take a look at our radar. The humidity tomorrow will go up to 75%, making it feel a little bit more warmer than 89 degrees. Friday, we're still expecting rain in the afternoon, but percentages will be 25%. A lot lower than what models were calling for yesterday. But it's safe to be sorry and bring your rain gear for the Jamboree games. Tomorrow for Friday evening, temperatures will be in the low 70s and partly cloudy. Friday night, the rain chances will diminish, but the temperatures will be on the cooler side. I saw Piedmont starting at 7:30 on Friday, so wouldn't hurt also to bring a light jacket with your rain gear. With rain chances for Thursday and Friday, we are expecting to see storms in the afternoon after 3 p.m. on Saturday. Precipitation chances will increase throughout the morning, throughout the afternoon, but on Sunday we should see sun come back out again, and with highs expected to be 90 degrees. Monday's high is expected to be 88 degrees, and in the evening a low of 64. It's a little bit too good to be true, but this is from what the system that is moving out right now. Rainfall amounts will be mostly in the west and central part of our state, but that's just a model run, and this is not entirely exact on how much rainfall we will be getting, but as we know, we are getting rain in our area. Now let's look at what's going on in the tropics. Right off Africa, we can see a tropical system right here developing. It is a tropical wave and it's nothing to worry about yet because it has not been noticed by the National Weather Service yet. They have not pointed this out, but we will be looking at this next week and seeing what this will do because it will be moving over warm waters, and if we don't have wind shear, it could get nasty, y'all. Now, we know Ernesto is right now going off Puerto Rico. And also, did you know that Ernesto just became a Category 1 hurricane just an hour ago? It's expected to be a Category 2 or 3 when it makes landfall on Bermuda. Right now, nearly half of Puerto Rico is without power, and President Biden has just approved federal assistance that's requested by the governor of Puerto Rico. Well, with that, is it going to impact the United States? Indirectly, we could have rip currents off on the East Coast, so if you're going that direction, be safe. My name is Allie Bobo, and I'm your meteorologist. Up next, sports.
May not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 2324 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 24 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox, 24 models. You got it, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team 1 Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns, locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Hello, everyone. This is Roger with WEAC TV 24 on August 14th, 2024, Wednesday. Bringing you some Jack State football news. Offensive lineman Clay Webb received USA Today's second team preseason All-American team honors. Webb was a graduate of Oxford High School who started his college career at the University of Georgia, but transferred to Jack State last season. USA Today is not the only list he's been on. He's been on quite a few preseason watch lists. So good luck to Clay this season, and congrats on all these accolades. Alabama football took the field on Tuesday for its 11th practice of preseason camp. Some notes. Offensive lineman Tyler Booker and Jaden Roberts were fully participating after being out a few days with injuries. A couple of running backs were limited in practice. Jam Miller, Richard Young, Daniel Hill, all dealing with some nagging injuries, but should be back soon. Alabama opens up their season on August 31st in Tuscaloosa against Western Kentucky. Auburn football, let's talk about the receivers for 2024, a position that last year was a very serious issue. This year should be a whole lot better after bringing in a brilliant class of receivers in the 2024 recruiting cycle, in addition to gaining 3 wide receivers in the transfer portal. So the wide receiver room has kind of been a hot topic for Auburn. They only returned 2 wide receivers from last year, junior Camden Brown, sophomore Caleb Burton. Burton III. Burton was actually an Ohio State transfer ahead of 2023. Brown had 10 catches, Burton 16. Not a lot of experience there. And then also you're going to be adding the quartet of rookie receivers, the 5-star Kim Coleman, 5-star Perry Thompson, 4-star Bryce Kane, 4-star Micah Simmons. So adding these guys here should make a huge difference. They're all going to be young but super talented, and they're all going to see the field this year. High school football, Jamboree Friday night at White Plains. Action starts at 4 p.m. White Plains, Sachs, Ohatchee, Jacksonville, Piedmont, Sandrock will be the teams taking place here. Teams, they'll be playing like 2 quarters each. We'll probably be mixing up a little bit of varsity, a little bit of JV, but it's a good tune-up for the regular season. And TV24 will be carrying this, streaming on Facebook and YouTube, and of course on your local cable. So look for that Friday evening. Good to get football going, y'all. It's time. Last but not least, the Atlanta Braves defeated the San Francisco Giants 4-3 in 10 innings. That was actually the second win in a row for the Braves in 10 innings over the Giants. The Braves and the Giants fighting for that playoff spot. The Braves actually gained in that area as the New York Mets lost. So it gives them a 2-game advantage in that last wild card spot. Actually, the Philadelphia Phillies kind of still struggling too, so they gained a game there. They're only 6 games out in the National League East, with a huge series coming up August 20th against the Phillies. So stay tuned for that. Check out my Braves report that drops this Friday, every Friday. Keep you updated on what's going on with the Braves. That's going to do it today for Sports Guys. Everyone stay safe. See you soon.
Thank you for watching the TV24 News presented by Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden. We will see you here tomorrow night.
There's a special place where overtime gives way to family time, where fast-paced becomes a little slower lifestyle. At Campers Unlimited, we can help get you there, where your lake house, beach house, or tailgate headquarters can have the same address. We carry the